I want you to step inside a very specific, very familiar elevator. It is 8:45 a.m. on a Monday morning. The doors slide shut. You are standing shoulder to shoulder with 5 other people. You are all wearing business casual. You are all holding expensive cups of coffee. You are all staring blankly at the digital floor indicator as it slowly ticks upward. Listen to the silence in that elevator. It is not a peaceful silence. It is a heavy, suffocating silence. It is the sound of 6 human beings collectively suppressing the realization that they are about to trade another 50 hours of their youth for a paycheck that barely keeps them afloat. You look at the man next to you. He is 55 years old. He has the title of regional director. He looks exhausted. His shoulders are slumped. In a flash of terrifying clarity, you look at him and you realize that is you in 20 years. If you do not change exactly what you are doing, that is your future. You will get the promotion, you will get the corner office, and you will still be trapped in this exact same elevator, feeling this exact same dread. Most people have this realization, feel a spike of panic, and then push it down. They go to their desk, they open their email, and they let the matrix pull them back to sleep. But not you. Not today. Today, you are going to begin a calculated, cold, completely invisible extraction. You are not going to storm into your boss's office and dramatically quit. You are not going to max out your credit cards and travel the world to find yourself. Those are the fantasies of amateurs. Those are emotional reactions that lead to financial ruin. You are a professional. You are going to execute a 24-month blueprint to quietly, surgically disappear from corporate America. And the most beautiful part of this plan? Nobody is even going to notice you are leaving until you are already gone. Welcome to the 24-month extraction. Asterisk Phase 1. Months 1 through 6. The Ego Detox. The reason you are currently trapped in your job is not because your boss is evil. It is not because the corporation is a prison. You are trapped because your overhead is too high. And your overhead is too high because you are paying a massive, invisible premium called the prestige tax. You live in a luxury apartment because you want people to know you are a successful professional. You drive a $50,000 financed car because you need your colleagues to respect you. You spend $400 a weekend on dinners and drinks to numb the pain of the work week. In Phase 1, you have to stop the bleeding. This requires a profound, painful ego death. You must decouple your self-worth from what you consume. You sit down on a Saturday morning with your bank statements. You calculate your absolute baseline survival number. What does it cost to keep you alive, healthy, and safe with zero status signaling? You sell the financed car. You buy a reliable 10-year-old Toyota in cash. When your lease is up, you move out of the luxury high-rise and into a quiet, boring, unassuming apartment complex that costs half the price. You cancel the subscriptions. You stop buying clothes you don't need. This phase is psychologically brutal. You will pull into the office parking lot in your old Toyota, and you will park next to your coworker's brand new Audi. Your ego will scream at you. You will feel a sharp pang of embarrassment. Your coworkers might even ask if everything is okay, assuming you have fallen on hard times. You must learn to smile and absorb their pity. You must learn to find a deep, private satisfaction in being underestimated. While they are chaining themselves to their desks for the next 7 years to pay off that Audi, you have just slashed your monthly survival number in half. You have stopped playing their game. You are hoarding capital. The money you used to spend on car payments and luxury rent is now piling up in your checking account. You are building the foundation of your fortress. Asterisk Phase 2. Months 7 through 12. The shadow work. Now that your overhead is drastically reduced, your day job paycheck goes much further. You have breathing room, but you cannot save your way to freedom. You must build a bridge. During these 6 months, you are going to build a cash flow machine in the shadows. You do not tell your coworkers. You do not tell your boss. You do not put it in your Instagram bio. When you log off from your corporate job at 5 p.m., you do not turn on the television. You do not go to happy hour. You go to your kitchen table, you open a blank document, and you go to work. You are not building a tech startup. You are not trying to invent a revolutionary new app. You are looking for a boring, unsexy, deeply mundane service business. You look at your local market and you find an inefficiency. Maybe it is mobile car detailing. Maybe it is commercial office cleaning. Maybe you learn basic bookkeeping and offer it to local plumbers and electricians. You build a simple website. You optimize it for local search. You set up a limited liability company. You start operating on the weekends. It is exhausting. You are working 40 hours a week at the corporation and 20 hours a week on your own machine. During these months, you will question your sanity. You will make $200 on a Saturday morning washing a car, and you will think, I make $50 an hour at my day job. Why am I doing this? You are doing it because that $200 is untethered. It is yours. It is the first dollar you have ever made that did not require the permission of a middle manager. By the end of month 12, the machine is starting to catch. You have a handful of recurring clients. Your boring business is generating $2,000 a month in pure profit. Because you slashed your lifestyle in phase 1, your monthly survival number is only $3,000. You are closer to the exit than you realize. Asterisk phase 3, months 13 through 18, the psychological crossover. This is the most dangerous and beautiful phase of the blueprint. Around month 15, something magical happens. The profit from your boring business crosses the threshold of your baseline survival number. Your machine is now generating $3,500 a month. Your rent, your groceries, your insurance, everything is covered by the business you built in the shadows. Your corporate salary is now 100% surplus. Every single dollar you make from the day job is immediately funneled into a broad market index fund or a high-yield savings account. You are stockpiling cash at a terrifying rate. But the real shift in phase 3 is not financial. It is psychological. You walk into the corporate office on a Tuesday. There is a crisis. A major client is upset. The regional director is yelling. Your manager is panicking. The entire office is vibrating with stress. You sit at your desk and you realize something profound. Your heart rate is completely normal. Your chest is not tight. You feel absolutely nothing. Because you know, with mathematical certainty, that if they fired you right at this exact second, you would be perfectly fine. Your bills are covered. Your survival is no longer dependent on their approval. You have achieved the ultimate corporate superpower. You do not care anymore. You still do your job. In fact, you probably do it better than before, because you are operating with zero anxiety. You meet your deadlines. You are polite. But you stop apologizing for things that aren't your fault. You stop answering emails at 9 p.m. When your boss asks you to work over the weekend, you look them dead in the eye with a calm, pleasant smile and you say, I'm sorry, I have a personal commitment this weekend. I will have this on your desk first thing Monday morning. They will be stunned. They are used to employees who operate out of fear. When they look at you, they see an employee who is completely, utterly untethered. You have become a ghost in the machine. You are physically present, but your soul has already left the building. Asterisk phase 4, months 19 through 24. The quiet vanishing. You have the cash flow. You have the psychological detachment. Now, you build the final runway. For the last 6 months, you take every single surplus dollar and you build a massive, liquid emergency fund. You want 6 to 12 months of living expenses sitting in cash. This is your sleep well at night money. This is the insurance policy that guarantees you will never have to come crawling back to the corporate world out of desperation. Month 24 arrives. It is a completely ordinary Wednesday. It is not your birthday. It is not a major holiday. The weather is mediocre. You wake up. You put on your normal work clothes. You drive your 10-year-old Toyota to the office. You sit down at your desk and you write a 2-paragraph email to your manager. You do not write a manifesto. You do not air your grievances. You do not tell them how much you hated the meetings, or the fluorescent lights, or the fake culture. That is what a wounded ego does. You are a stone-cold professional. You write, "Thank you for the opportunity to work here. Please accept this as my formal 2 weeks' notice. I will ensure a perfectly smooth transition of all my projects." You hit send. A few minutes later, your manager calls you into their office. They are shocked. You have been a quiet, reliable employee. They ask you what is wrong. They ask you where you are going. Are you going to a competitor? Did someone offer you a higher salary? They might even offer you a raise to stay. You look at them, you give them a gentle, completely unreadable smile, and you say, "No, I'm just taking some time for myself." Exploring some independent consulting opportunities. You give them a generic, boring answer, so they have absolutely nothing to gossip about. For the next 2 weeks, you watch the office dynamics shift. Some of your coworkers will avoid you as if choosing freedom is a contagious disease that might infect their compliance. Others will corner you in the break room. They will whisper to you. They will say, "I wish I could do what you're doing, but I have the mortgage, the car payment, the private school tuition. I'm stuck." You will look into their eyes and you will see the exact same terror you felt in the elevator 2 years ago. You will realize that most people will defend the cage that traps them, simply because it is the only world they know. You will feel a wave of profound pity and absolute gratitude that you found the exit. Your final Friday arrives. You pack a small cardboard box, a coffee mug, a notebook, a few pens. You hand your plastic ID badge to the security guard in the lobby, the same guard you walked past on your very first day, when you thought this building held your entire future. The glass doors slide open. You walk out into the parking lot. It is 2 p.m. The sun is shining. The world is incredibly quiet. Everyone else is inside. They are sitting in cubicles. They are stressing about quarterly projections. They are trying to impress people they do not even like. You get into your old, reliable car. You close the door. You do not turn on the radio. You just sit in the silence for a moment. You have done it. You did not win the lottery. You did not get an inheritance. You did not get lucky. You bought your freedom with 24 months of absolute discipline, ego starvation, and shadow work. You turn the key in the ignition. You drive out of the corporate park, and you disappear into a life of your own making. The next morning is a Monday. You do not hear an alarm. You wake up because your body has rested enough. You walk into your kitchen. You make a cup of coffee. You sit at your table and you watch the sunrise. Your phone does not buzz with urgent emails. You do not have a commute. You do not have a boss. Your boring business is running. Your investments are compounding. Your time is yours. To the outside world, you look completely unremarkable. Your neighbors see your old car and your modest apartment, and they assume you are just a regular, average guy. They do not know that you are a secret millionaire in the making. They do not know that you have achieved the highest form of wealth in human history. Absolute, unshakable sovereignty over your own time. You have pulled off the ultimate heist. You stole your life back and nobody even noticed. I'm Henry. Welcome to the boring path.